Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Naomi, and let's dream about beauty. In today's video, I will be doing a tutorial where I use my bougiest, most expensive makeup. And if you would like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Hi, welcome. So the first thing I would like to talk about today is a huge thank you to Paulina for her shout out to me on her video last week. It meant the world to me. I know I have several new subscribers who subscribed after seeing that video, and hello to you. And Paulina, that was just really such a sweet thing for you to do for me, and I just wanted to say how much I really appreciated it. You're the best. I love you, and I was blown away. It made my day. I was just thrilled beyond belief. I ran around the house showing everybody, and I'm like, look, one of my favorite YouTubers mentioned me. I was so excited. Anyhow, so today we are talking about my bougiest products, my most expensive products that I own, and I'm going to do a full face. And we're going to start out with L'Essentiel Pore Minimizer Shine Control Primer from Guerlain, and this is what it looks like. So I buy a lot of these bougie products during the Shoppers Drug Mart points redemption. For those of you who don't live in Canada, Shoppers Drug Mart is, I guess, a little bit comparable to Ulta, except that it's kind of like a combination between, say, Ulta and like CVS or Walgreens, and that it's a drugstore, but they also sell like toothpaste, NARS, Stila, Dior, Chanel, etc. And they have a really great loyalty program, and because the same company that owns Shoppers Drug Mart also owns one of Canada's largest grocery store chains, it's awesome because you can earn points when you buy groceries, save up those points, and then you can use those at Shoppers Drug Mart. And I save them up and I use them to buy makeup and skin stuff. And it's awesome. And every now and then they do they have deals where if you spend $50, you get 20 times the points, or you spend $125 and you get, and a lot of times the $125 that I spend is on essentials. So it's not that I'm spending a lot of money on makeup or non-essential items, so groceries and things like that. And then it's awesome because then they have an event where your points become more valuable. So if you have 200,000 points, you can then spend $300 for free. I mean, it's not for free because you have to spend money to earn those points. I'm just saying that it's nice to be able to buy things like groceries that you need and then get points towards makeup. So I guess this is a roundabout way of saying that, I'm not over here saying, look at these bougie products I have, I'm so rich. It's me saying, look at these bougie products I have. I buy them from Shoppers Drug Mart when they have a points event, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm going to use this RMS Beauty Living Illuminizer just to do, I've got a little bit of breakout happening here on my, so Living Illuminizer, I just want to add some glow on my cheeks here. Oh, I'm so happy all the snow is melted. We've had a few warm days. Okay, so now for foundation, I'm going in with the Dior Backstage, And I like to mix two different shades together, 2WO and 1.5N. The neutral is a bit too pink for me, so I add in just a little bit. And the 1.5 is a little too light, so I add in a bit warmer and a bit darker of the shade. This foundation is a medium coverage. It's one of my favorite foundations. I think it gives good coverage, smooths the skin. It holds up well to oils. It doesn't look cakey. It just looks nice and smooth and healthy. Oh, I have a hair on my face. Just gonna go in with a little more. It builds really nicely, I find. But it doesn't look makeup-y. And that's what I love. Just make sure I get in all around my pores. Blend, blend, blend. Foundation is the hardest part of makeup for me. And I think that's partially because of my skin type being oily. It's just really hard to put foundation on and then not just look like a grease pit like an hour later. That's why I spend, oh, the birds are singing. That's why I spend so much time trying to find products that will stop my oils from showing through. Okay, so don't you think that looks to me to be pretty well blended? One moment. Now we're going to go in with the Giorgio Armani concealer, and this one is in the number 3. So yesterday I tried filming this, but it was just a disaster. I couldn't think of anything to say. I think that since I don't go out anymore, I find that when I film, I just feel like I struggle to have things to talk about. So I have 2 shades of the Giorgio Armani. I'm just gonna say Armani, the Armani concealer, and I have number 5, which is a little bit too dark, and then number 3, which is pretty good, because I do like a bright under eye. Oh, can we also take a moment of silence for my eyelash extensions? I'm so sad. They have all fallen off, and of course, all non-essential services in Alberta are shut down. So, no eyelashes, no hair, no nails. We're all roughing it here. I'm kidding. And putting the strip lashes on is not my strong suit, that's for sure. Got something in my eye. Just blending that all in. Blend, blend, blend. Okay. I'm going to go back over with my other blender and kind of blend around. I'm just going to add one more layer around my nose, concealer, foundation. Okay, so now I'm going to powder. And for powder, I brought my Hourglass Mineral Veil. And for under eye powder, I have my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in number 1 Fair. So before I powder, I just always go in and pat it out one more time. Whoops. Oops, forgot to pat out that side. Then oops, oh, I did not realize how much powder was there. So just powdering that was a lot too much powder. Oh well. Then I'm just going to go in with the brush and just do the rest. Okay, so bronzer. I just yesterday watched Robert Welsh do a react to John McClane, and I love them both. And they talked about stamping or patting your cheek products on so that you don't disturb. But John McClane does his contour so beautifully. If you don't know who John McClane is, you should Google him. He's awesome. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with some bronzer. For bronzer, I'm using my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked. And I'm using bronzer, Golden Bronze Light, which is right here. Again, I'm just kind of stippling the bronzer in. I'm not buffing because I don't want to disturb what's underneath. I love a bronzed look. I always feel when I look in the mirror like a new person. I'm like, yay, I'm bronzed. Okay, and now for some blush. For blush, I'm going to use my other Hourglass palette, Ambient Lighting Edit Ghost. And I'm going to use the blush called Iridescent Rose. A lot of people tell you to smile and then blush the apples of your cheek, but then when you stop smiling, your cheek falls. So if anything, you don't want to do that, because blush is meant to lift the face. And at almost 48 years old, I want to lift my face. Nothing but lift here. Okay, and I'm also going to use the highlighter in this palette, and it is called the Iridescent Strobe Light. Okay, and I'm going to go over my whole face with blending the two finishing powders, dim light and diffuse light. So it's these two right here. Staying away from my pore area, because that's going to have glow all on its own in probably about half an hour. So I don't have any bougie what do you call it? Setting spray. That's the word. So I'm not going to spray. But I am going to go off here and I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'll be right back. Okay, so eyebrows are on. And for my eyebrows, I used the Dior Show Brow Styler and the Dior Show Pump and Brow. Okay, so now for the eyes. Let's zoom you in. And for my eye primer, I'm going to use the the ABH eye primer. I don't know why I trip over that name all the time. Just because I just haven't set my mind whether to say Anastasia or Anastasia. It's like I feel like I try to say both. This is not my favorite because it makes my eyelids look very dry and crepey, and I think it's terrible. And it goes everywhere and it makes a big mess. Okay, so primed. All right, for my eyeshadow palette, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona All Neutral Biba palette. And I'm going to go in with the shade Sculpture. Which is this one right here. Tap it off. And remember, wherever you place your eyeshadow brush, when you first pick up pigment, that's where most of the pigment is going to stay. And generally speaking, you want, depending on what look you're going for, of course, but what I like is most of the pigment to be towards the outside of my eye, because I want there to be definition. And I find that not really a cat eye, but an ombre eye, where the most pigment is here and then less and less, or lighter as you go. It lightens as you go in towards the nose. I find that that is, for me, what I think is the most becoming, or suitable, I suppose, for my eye shape, and it opens up my eyes. That's my opinion. And I'm not a professional makeup artist. I started going to school for makeup, but I got hit with a year-long very bad depression, and I never finished it. Just sad. But you don't have to be a makeup artist to enjoy makeup. And the few times that I've done makeup on other people, I realize that doing makeup on other people is probably not for me because it causes me too much anxiety. Maybe if I practiced more and got more used to it. But I just worry so much that they're going to hate how it looks and I'm not going to like it and I'm going to screw up, and I just overthink everything. So I've just decided I prefer just to do makeup for fun rather than it be my job. There's a lot of kick up in the pan. But otherwise these colors are blending out really nicely. Oh, and I should have said I did pick up a darker color just to deepen up the crease there. So I have a question. If there's extra, you know, like footage in a film, like not film, but like this video per se, and I'm blending and I'm blending and I'm blending and I'm blending and it gets to be kind of boring, do you prefer for that footage to stay in the video so that you can see every step that was involved in achieving a look, or do you prefer to have things sped forward, like fast forward it, or do you prefer to have it edited out? Because I know everyone does things differently. Some people show everything, and some people speed up through sort of unimportant steps, and some people edit it out. And I'm wondering if any of you would care to comment on your opinion, if you have a preference. Or if it doesn't matter to you, and you can say that too. I guess for me, my preference is I don't mind if it's sped up, but I do prefer to see everything, and it does bug me a little bit when it's just edited out, because I mean, if you edit out small parts, that's one thing, but when you edit out like a huge chunk and it's like, you know, you had one eye half blended and now you suddenly have two eyes and they're both blended, and then it's like, well, how did you get to that? Like, how did you get them so nicely blended? I would have liked to have seen that portion. That's just, I guess, my opinion on that. Okay, so there's quite a bit of kick up in that pan. So I started out with this one, then I went in with this one, and now I'm going to go in with this one, which is called Seed. And I'm just patting this one in place up into my crease and on the outer part of my lid. I mean, I understand that sometimes you, just for the sake of not having a video that's a million minutes long, that it's nice to sometimes edit sort of unnecessary parts out. But I'm just, you know, I'm just wondering what people think of that. So I'm still just tapping this pigment in place, and I'm going to blend it out with a different brush shortly. So just blending that brown color through the crease. So how is everyone doing in their with the lockdown or quarantine that's in place? I know not everybody is in lockdown, but a lot of people are. We aren't in lockdown, so to speak. We're in quarantine. I mean, we can still leave the house to go get groceries or whatever, but most places are closed. You can still go outside, like there's people who, I see a lot of people out for walks and whatnot along the sidewalks. But if you are out, you're expected to respect social distancing. I'm just going to go back into this sculpture color and just very hard for me to get used to not having eyelashes. I'm going to go into this light tusk color and I'm going to blend out. This is a good trick if you feel like you're not satisfied with the blend. You can go in with what we call, or what I call, a fade shade. And it's just using a color that's lighter than your transition shade to help blend it in. Okay, so that's what we got going so far. And now I'm going to use a shader brush and I'm going to go into the shadow Monroe. And I'm going to put that on the lid. My dad's name was Monroe. I'll have to say that I like this Biba palette so far, but I would have liked a few more shimmers. It's very, there's only three shimmers. Okay, so that's what we're looking like there. I am going to do my eyeliner and I'm going to find something to highlight my eyes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to go in with some diamond dust. I'm just going to put it on my hand. I should say diamond dust from Stila, and then I'm going to use that shader brush to just Yeah, it didn't work very well. I'm a little scared of just going in on my eyes, but I guess I will. Oh, that's pretty. And then I just would like to deepen up the outer corner with some spot, the black one. Okay. So that's the look we've got going so far. I am going to do my eyeliner and mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so that is the look just with the mascara eyeliner on, and now I am going to try to put some fake lashes on, so wish me luck. Okay, I am back. I got my eyelashes on and this is what they look like. Now I just need a lipstick. Oh, I hiccuped and messed up my line. For lipstick, I'm going to go in with the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude in the color Beatrice. Okay. I think I need a gloss. Go in with the flat white from Bite Beauty. It's their French Press lip gloss. Okay, so let's zoom you out. And this would be the finished look. So hopefully you enjoyed my video showing you all my bougie stuff. Like I said, in the next 2 or 3 days I'll be uploading a video that shows all my least expensive products, and we will do a comparison. So anyhow, I really hope that you, I think I already said this, I hope you enjoyed the video. Time is our most precious resource, and when you spend a little bit of your time with me, I really appreciate it. I hope that you're well. I hope that you're healthy. I hope that you're happy wherever you are in the world. I hope that you're going to come back again. Consider subscribing, commenting, and activating the notification bell. Take care.